Hey everyone, and welcome to FreightWaves Now this Monday. Anthony Smith is going to come up a little later talking about durable goods orders, but first I'm going to dive into what's currently happening in the freight market in terms of volumes. So on my first chart here, we have the outbound tender volume index, and you can see clearly that this top line was last year, 2018 volumes, way over what we saw in this year currently, about 7 to 8% lower in May, about 4 to 5% lower in June. Currently, you can see that we have crossed over again for the first time since May. Volumes are now up about 2% versus 2018. Now, this has a lot to do with the fact that July last year was a lot softer than the rest of the year. This is where we saw that first huge drop in freight volumes. But this is good news for carriers out there because that means that there's actually a chance that we could see a turn in the market. Now, my next slide is going to show you guys the outbound tender rejection index. Now, this is a measure of capacity in the market, and last year was far different than this year in terms of actual capacity. So the higher the tender rejection rate, generally the higher the spot market rates are. Last year, about 19.2%. This year, down around 4.19%. So these volumes have not translated to upward rate pressure as of yet. So there's probably going to be a good chance, though, that August has a better chance for increasing rate pressure, thanks to volumes.
Hi, I'm Anthony Smith, market expert and economist here at FreightWaves, and today we're taking a look at the manufacturing sector, more specifically durable goods new orders. Durable goods new orders here in the purple line, and in the red line I always like to look at the overall trend, so we're looking at the 6-month moving average. Durable goods new orders overall moved up 2% compared to May and June. This is a pretty nice tick up in activity, but overall it's just 1 month. And like I always say, we have to look at the overall trend. Manufacturing plays a pretty pivotal role when we're looking at the freight market overall. We see in 2018 there was a pretty nice ramp up in activity and a little bit of sluggishness as we go throughout 2019. Now, the movement up is a positive sign, but the thing to keep in mind is that there are still strong fundamentals at play. We have an overall generally strong US dollar. We also have a lot of trade uncertainties, and we have slower economic growth on a global scale. So this is a trend that we're going to be monitoring closely. Good news so far, because when we're looking at new orders, it kind of precedes shipments by anywhere from 1 to 2 months. So this is good news going into the third quarter, but just 1 month of upward movement. And we're going to be sure to keep monitoring the overall trend throughout the remainder of 2019. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment on YouTube, and keep up to date on all of our social media platforms, where we'll be keeping you up to date on all the latest trends.